master navigators through the mind.
Here we go!
He's killing it.
Watch out.
He's so in love and he's mad about it. Madluh. That's why we say,
Come on, man, you already know.
Madluh.
I don't remember much from back then. A cold, empty church and a blood-stained hand. My brother spoke about angels and death, and I felt the world crushing in on my chest. Oh, never stop looking for your shooting star. Never let others decide who you are. A few years later, my father returned with a new wife and mother whose dreams had burned. And I, a reminder of love and regret, had to sing to myself while the sun slowly sets. Oh, 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 never stop looking for your shooting star. Oh, 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 never let others decide who you are.
Not this time, people. We have got a whole promotion going on here. Big shout out to everybody listening in. Yes, that is John McDonough. He's back on the show with us. Sorry, I'm too excited. How are you? How you been?
I'm good. I'm so happy to be back. Thanks.
It's so crazy. Like, it's almost been a year. We talked about this, and a lot has happened. What is going on? I mean, first of all, just to get it out out there, happy Pride Month,
Thank you.
Happy Pride. And
Thank
you gotta, you gotta show the love, but the thing is like, it's not even about today. It's not about June. Things are going on in the world right now, and it's like, it's happening here. And then I think we tried at QSJ to show some solidarity to what's going on overseas and everything like that. But how has these things impacted you? Because when we were talking, it was almost like kind of pandemic, right? Like,
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
and now it's like everybody's quote unquote outside, and they're like bugging out. Thank you so much for the follow. I gotta quiet this down. But how are you feeling about things?
Well, it's like you said, it's just been such a weird, now it's been a weird 2 years, but it's been a weird last year as well. And, especially just going back, I just can't believe it's June already, because it was in January when I went and started recording this new EP, and that already feels so long ago. And, and I'm just like, where's the time going, and what have I done? And here we are right in the throes of summer already. And I just don't even know.
So you start, listen, we're gonna find out what you're writing about today, because this is crazy. For those who just tuned in and don't know, this is John McDonough, a singer-songwriter from Chicago, who shows a span of almost 6 decades of hits, combined with unique and moving originals, as you just heard right now, acoustic guitar work, passionate vocals, as you can hear, and personal lyrics resulting in modern singer-songwriter sound rarely heard. So when we was talking for the first time, you was chopping some charts over there in iTunes. I'm sure this is going to happen again. And we're definitely going to talk about this new release song coming out in 10 days. This is all part of this thing that happened in January. What happened in January? What made you start this new EP?
Well, so like you said, where do I start? Well, let's just get right into it. So the EP is a concept EP, and it tells the story of an individual named Joe Rance, the Washington Husky rowing team in Seattle, and they went to the 1936 Berlin Olympic Games and won gold there. And it's just an unbelievable story on many, many different levels. And Dan Brown wrote a book called The Boys in the Boat that came out in 2013. And I read that book, and I of course, I just was, really into it. I read it a couple times, 3 times maybe. It just so many levels of the story. Like I said, I just couldn't, sort of get past. This is how obsessed I am with this story.
My God.
So these kids, their boat was called the Husky Clipper. They were rowers. It's an 8-man boat. That boat has been through a lot, but currently the boat that they won gold in Berlin has been restored, and it's hung up in the Washington Boathouse in Seattle.
Wow. Okay.
And it's beautiful. I mean, it's a wood, obviously, from 1936. It's just a work of art. It's beautiful.
You've seen this yourself.
And I flew out to Seattle to see the boat.
Wow. To see a boat that's hanging on the wall.
I have got to go see this boat. Yes. So
wow. So
then, I don't remember exactly when it hit me to do this, or even exactly how it started, but I often write about other people that have had really interesting lives, or other people that have accomplished great things against the odds. And, I got the idea that I'm going to write some songs that sort of tell this story. And I ended up writing 5 songs that tell this story from start to finish. And so then that leads to the next question. You said, how did this happen in January? So now I'm in January.
Yeah.
And I've got these 5 songs that are about Joe Rance and this whole story that I'm talking about. And I've got a handful of other songs that are about me, or just normal stuff sort of. And I'm like, how do I gel? And I was ready to record, but I was like, how do I gel this into one CD? It's not going to really make sense. And so that's when I decided, all right, I'm just going to do an EP that just focuses on this story about these kids and this rowing program. And I'll worry about the rest of it later.
So you decided to put your originals, your originals, your new songs on hold, and let's pay tribute to Joe Rance and his program.
Right. Well, and these are originals too. I mean, I wrote them.
I get it, but now they're like autobiographies.
But they're not about me. That's right.
Wow. How many times you got to explain that to people?
A lot.
So you get
and let me just complicate things a little bit more. So for some reason, I always like to write in first person, no matter if I'm writing about another person.
So now you're Joe.
Even if it's a female, it's just easier for me. It seems it's more genuine and more emotional,
more personal.
First person.
Yeah.
And so, of course, I wrote all these 5 songs from the first person. So people are like, wait, it's not about you, but you're singing in the first person. I'm like, that's true. Yes, that's right.
So, that's what I got out of that too. Like, I'm listening to this and I'm like, wait, is it Joe? Is it John? It was, perception. But I get it. Big shout out to everybody listening. Tune in to QSJRadio.com. I'm the Unsigned Artist. Coming off of an award-winning year, okay? Off of the Josie Awards Album of the Year from Blues and Roots Magazine. The Josie Awards and Blues and Roots Magazine. So now, are you in competition with yourself? Because I don't know what it is to have an Album of the Year from a magazine, and not only that, you still have to songwrite. You still have to move forward. Are you bettering yourself, or are you just going with the flow?
No, I am in competition with myself because I still feel like I can get better, and I'm always trying to get better. And and this is a good thing and a bad thing, I think. People always say you shouldn't compare yourself to other people. And I mean, on one hand, I think that's true, but I'll admit, like, I'm always comparing myself to like other guitar players, other songwriters, and I'm like, oh, I wish I could play the guitar like that.
Yeah.
Or, oh, I wish I had written a song like that. And I'm always trying to sort of reach those levels of the people that I admire so much.
That can also be exhausting, though.
Well, it is exhausting because, it's such a never ending battle, and, you sort of never get there. But I think that's good too. If I didn't have that, I wouldn't be working to get better.
Yeah.
And I think if you don't work to get better, you just sort of get stagnant where you are, so you have to, to me, I think you just have to keep it in balance. I think it's, it's good to compare myself to try to always get better, but not to let it get me down, because sometimes that can happen. I'll be like,
it can.
I want to play the guitar like John Mayer, and I want to sing like, Elton John. And I'm like, well, I compare myself, of course, to these, like, the best people out there. And so it's, it can get frustrating.
No, look, you've been doing this a long time. It's been working. If you want to, get mad at yourself because you don't string a guitar like that, got vocals, you're getting better. Now we're talking about a new song here. New song, I just heard it this morning, right? Among the Stars. All right, Among the Stars. This is still a reference to 1936. I don't know if you're a time traveler or something like that, but what's going on in this song right here? Because some of it is not 1936.
Well, and that's another thing that's interesting that you bring that up, because even though these songs are about Joe Rance and about the story that took place in the 1930s and culminated in 1936, I also tried to write them in a way that the songs could stand alone and that people could relate to them, without it having to be solely about this. So that's interesting that you said that, and I hope that, like, you found that in the song. It sounds like maybe you did.
I did.
Good.
It took me to the hippie life. It was good.
But that song again, talking about the levels of the story, it's not, there's the main kid, Joe Rance, who just had such an unbelievably hard life and then went on to achieve so much, and it's so inspiring. But interweaved in this whole story, the boat maker, who was like the best boat maker in the country, made boats for every program out there back in the 1930s. His name was George Pocock. He had an unbelievable story too. He was an impressive person. He was a boat maker, but he was also sort of like a therapist to these kids. Okay. He just worked on a different level. And so Joe Rance was having a hard time, and he was about to get cut from the team. He wasn't going to go to the Olympics and row for the University of Washington. And George sort of took him under his wing and was spending time with him and counseling him and sort of helped him to get his head straight. And then, of course, Joe did make the team and go win gold. So that's what that song is about, actually. It's sort of about his interactions with the boat builder and how it sort of helped him heal some things in his head and then perform at his best.
Okay. It's not about John. I'm telling you, it's not about John. But it's going to sound like it. Okay.
That's right.
Which is amazing. John McDonough, Shooting for the Stars. This is not out yet, guys. June 17th, all major platforms. So you're not going to hear the whole song. We're not going to give them away. Okay. Let's get to the bridge, though. We'll get there.
Standing here, the rain in my face, I understand I have to change all my life on my own. Now I have to trust the great unknown, and I will stand with you, I won't let you fall, and we will fly high among the stars. You'll hold me up against the weight of fear, we'll sing as one, I won't hide my tears. Up the stairs, the door always closed, he led me in and asked what makes me whole. A motherless child, a land unknown. He understood the pain that I have known. And I will stand with you, I won't let you fall, and we will fly high among the stars. You'll hold me up against the weight of fear, we'll sing as one, I won't hide my tears.
I promised Jay I wouldn't give this all away. Big shout out to everybody listening to me. So, like I said, I caught the vibes. I caught the, this brings me back into maybe 75, something like that, where it's just these small little things you want to say, and then these big things you want to say. You want to emphasize this part of the lyrics and songs. Did it well, did it lovely. Now that I know the backstory, I actually went into a picture of, 1936. Almost everybody had the same outfit on. And, being pushed to the next level, because what was the world like that? When you're reading books and times of these times, what is the world like that?
Well, it depends where you were, but like for Joe Rance back then in the early 30s, he was out in Washington, and back then, Washington was still a wild state. It was still very, the East Coast was very refined and cultured, and the West Coast was still considered very unrefined and wild, and no culture, and sort of backwards, and a bunch of things. And Joe, he had basically had to take care of himself starting at 10 years old, and his family totally abandoned him when he was 15. And so his world was in this small little town in Washington where he was just trying to survive as a kid and take care of himself. But now, of course, on a grander scale, which is another reason why this story intrigues me, because it does bring in the whole world. You're just coming off of World War I, which everyone predicted would never happen again. You've got all this stuff going on in Europe with Hitler and the Nazis. So the world was a bit of a scary place in the grand scheme, and a scary place in a small scheme, for at least for Joe.
Yeah. Listen, guys, I don't know if you guys know this, but as we're talking about this, I kind of like see things, and it's almost as if time is repeating itself, right? The world goes through a pandemic in about 1911, something like that, right? 1920s, right?
That's right.
And then next thing you know, like, we have all these things going on. The whole world is in this, but that's a different conversation. But at the same time, I'm like thinking about this, and as the music is taking me there, right? It's taking me there. I'm like, man, are we doing a repeat here? Should I join the rowing team over here should I do this? So In 100 years, somebody could write a song about me. Like
maybe a whole EP. You never know. That's right.
A whole EP about a guy on a boat. No, wait. That's simple terms, but in reality, the USA brought gold home, right? So, and that's during a time in Berlin where the U.S. was the kind of still same status of loved countries, right? So, this is big. This is almost really serious. Like, when did you go and take this trip to this boat? And did you take a selfie with it?
Oh, I have many photos. I don't know. I did not take a selfie with the boat, but I have many photos of the boat. And one is actually pretty like almost like a poster size that I have framed, hung up in my house.
Oh my God.
When?
When did this happen?
So when did this happen? In maybe 2000, it was about 5 years ago. So what was that, 2017?
Okay.
Then, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So it was a while ago.
Yes.
But before we knew of each other.
That's right. That's right.
Before the world decided to expose itself.
And I've been working, I probably started writing these songs a couple of years ago, and I've been, working on them ever since. And I finally just, got around to recording them. And I'm glad that I didn't rush it, because I've actually made lots of changes, even in the 6 months before I went and recorded them. I was tweaking them still here and there. So I'm glad I didn't rush it. But I've been, writing these songs and performing these songs for a while.
If you guys are just joining us right now, we have John McDonough here. He has been with us before, exactly almost about 10 months ago, maybe 11. And it was a different world then, and this is a different story now. And John is very excited to release his new EP, We'll Answer the Call. June 17th on all major platforms. He tells the story of Joe Rance, and if you're wondering who we're talking about, it is Joe Rance and the Washington Husky rowing team and their epic bid to win the gold in 1936 Berlin Olympic Games. I can't even tell you guys a story of my dogs, but here is John telling you a story about Joe. And it sounds lovely. It is incredible. I'm telling you. So times are different now. You can get on the RV, you can tour, right? Is this something that you're about to start doing? Have you started already?
I have not started, but it's something I definitely plan on doing, and I think I will do I'm in October. That's my plan, to get out in October.
Okay.
Summer is already getting busy, and and in a good way. It's playing lots of gigs around the area, and as you said earlier, I'm new to Chicago, so this summer I'm really getting myself established and very busy, so I didn't want to say no to those gigs right now. But I'm thinking October I will get in my RV and hopefully hit the East Coast and play a bunch of shows and
I gotta keep track. I gotta
keep
track now, because if you hit the East Coast, I'm gonna be singing your songs. I'm gonna be singing the songs. They're gonna be like, "Who is this dude? Who is this? Shut up! You don't know Joe Rance. You don't know about Joe."
And I want to come through where you are too, because I had plans to do that right before the pandemic hit.
Oh, yes.
And I had to cancel a tour that was taking me through the East Coast because of the pandemic. So for 2 years, I've been waiting to, book that again and do it.
We're going to do that. So now, I know then 1936, almost everybody wanted to put their boots on and help with what was going on in the world. It's kind of like what everybody's doing now, right? They just want to put on some kind of form of something. Maybe non-violent, maybe violent. Take your life, put your life on the line type of situations. Now, the name of the EP, Will Answer the Call. Now, why go here? We're talking about a rowing team. Now, rowing team coming out and saying, "We'll answer the call." No one's asking you to go save the duck, Like I don't know what was going on then, or what made you choose a title like this.
Well, it has two meanings really. So on the surface, what I was referring to earlier with that last song that you played is rowing is you have to work with everyone in the boat. Everyone has to be in synchronicity to win. It's not like I can try harder than you and we will do better. If I try harder than you or try to do it on my own, it'll just make things worse. That was one of the things Joe had such a hard time with, because he had to take care of himself since he was 10 years old. And because of everything that happened with his family, he had trouble, trusting other people, working with other people. He just was like, I can do this on my own the way I've had to do it since I was 10 years old. These kids that went, and they were kids that went to Berlin to win gold, I mean, they all came from tough backgrounds and tough lives, and they were just coming out of the Depression, and they stood up to the whole world in terms of, we're gonna be together, we're gonna fight together, we're gonna go win gold against all odds. So on that level, that's what it's about. But on a deeper level, Hitler built this huge stadium in 1936 for the games, and there was a huge clock tower, and there was a quote underneath the clock tower, and it said, "We summon the youth of the world." And there's sort of, at the time, of course, he just meant we summon it just meant we summon the athletes of the world to come here for the Olympics.
Yeah.
A few years later, of course, that took on a very different meaning, as the youth of the world went there in World War II and ended up in Berlin, where the war was finally finished. And the youth of the world did answer the call on that level as well, to go fight what was going on there. So that's where the title comes from.
That's deep. That's deep.
Yeah.
John, that's deep. That's too deep for me. No, it's not. No, it's not. We're good. No, it's not. Where Answer the Call, self-titled song, is on the EP to be released. This is a single, so I can play most of it. It's gonna come out soon. We'll Answer the Call, John McDonough, QSJRadio.com.
Open water between us. Raise a fist for the hopeless and lost. With all the faith between us, we'll go down as the best there ever was. We'll answer the call of your guarded bell time. We'll stand as one till the final lies. Pigeons fly and the voices rise. The sea glows with the secret it hides. Watch us now, we've come alive. We'll take the gold and we'll go home whole. And we'll answer the call of your guarded bell time. We'll stand as one till I finalize. And I shine with the sunlight falling on me. Of your loss in my hands. The black eagle cries out from your country with blood red stains. To the most evil of men, we'll answer the call of your guarded bell time. We'll stand as one till I finalize.
Answer the call. We'll answer the call. John McDonough on QSJRadio.com, home of the unsigned artist. Oh, I can even only imagine how much you practice that to like either start or end a show. You probably so ready. Like we got to do this. We got to do this. This is one of those. And then I can just have everybody just go again. At least 5 minutes. It's nice. It's really good. It's really well put together. It's really,
Thanks.
you know,
Yeah.
and it really time travels. You know, if you really think about it, you know, and I know you're careful with the words, but man, you really could time travel from then and now. Like, it's so crazy because, you know, it is true. Berlin was also the place where you put the fist up, you know, and that's and that's the start of revolution of Black Power, basically, you know, and everything happened that year. Oh my gosh, it was crazy. But if you guys are not listening to these lyrics, man, you're probably not listening to music, and I probably don't want to talk to you after this, which is fine. It's okay. I don't talk to anybody. But
I appreciate what you're saying because, like I said too, even though it you know, I'm telling this story, I did try to write the songs in a bit of a more universal way that could apply. Well, first of all, where the songs could stand by themselves, and then second of all, where, you know, people could relate to them. I didn't want to make it so specific that, you know, people couldn't really relate to it. And so I tried to write them in a more universal way that where everyone could also sort of find their own meanings in it as well.
You know, there's something that we never talked about in our last program together about you being a psychotherapist.
That's right.
For years and years and years through this whole thing. Like, what got you into that? And was that fun?
Well, I don't know if I'd say it was fun, but it just like how my songwriting, it's sort of interesting. I mean, I've always been really intrigued and with, you know, what sort of hurts a person that makes them, you know, sort of become unwell. And then I'm always intrigued with what helps them sort of come back from that state and be, you know, hopefully become again happy and fully functioning. As a therapist, that's why I got into it, because that really intrigues me. And then you know, just reading about other people, just in general, that also inspires me and intrigues me. So there's a sort of a correlation there in my songwriting and in my work as a therapist. Because even if I'm just reading a story about someone, my mind is always sort of analyzing them, you know, like what happened to them that took them to point A, and then what did they do to get to point B. So, you know, I haven't worked as a therapist for about 10 years.
Yeah.
And I definitely hit a point where I sort of got burned out with it. But for many years, of course, I did enjoy it. And I found the work very satisfying. And you know, there were fun moments. I don't know if I would say it's a fun profession.
I mean, see, I bring it up because, you know, when you get these visions or these movie settings of what is supposed to be with psychotherapy, and it's just like, does it really bother you sometimes where you couldn't find the answers for people?
No, because I always feel like there are answers out there. What bothered me was when the people weren't ready or were unwilling to sort of work on those answers. And it didn't bother me, meaning like, it didn't bother me like I got angry at them. It just, it was frustrating for me to spend time working with people. And because I'll admit, like, I'm sort of a results-oriented person. And so to sit with a client and sort of not work on anything productive, you know, for whatever reason, that sort of burned me out, you know, because I just wanted to be like, I could be like, okay, these are your problems. This is what you need to do to get better. In my head, I wanted to do it, but the client has to want to do it too.
Yeah.
And if the client doesn't want to do it, and that's fine too. Sometimes that's appropriate that the client's not ready for whatever reason. But I would get frustrated than having to sit there for 6 months or a year hoping that the client would one day be ready.
It's just perception that I'm taking here. The reason I started this show was to help artists find different ways to be successful. And I would really waste a lot of my time, and I'm calling it a waste of time, staying engaged with the times to give enough free information for them to take it as fundamentals and let them grow with it, and they wouldn't take it. And it was tiring to the point where I was like, F these people. Now, I hope that you didn't say F these people.
No, not at all.
But I did. And I continue to say it. Because what the... Anyways, I feel you on that, on the burning out stuff. But that,
and again, like I said, it wasn't, it wasn't the client's fault. Everyone is at their own pace. And, sometimes a client needs to sit with a therapist for a year, sometimes 2 years before they're really ready to face the issues that they need to face. And that's to be a really great therapist, you have to be very patient. And I will be the first one to admit, patience is not my strongest suit.
I feel you on that. I feel you on that. And 10 years retired, released 5 CDs. All right, 5 of them. And we're talking about strong songs, played over 500 places, all over the United States. I know the pandemic didn't work, but you was on the grind virtually. And awards came out of nowhere. Everything is seeming there. Are you happy? Is it still like, it's still life out there, Dave? It's not that serious, but.
No, yes, I am happy. And I'm happy that I moved, I was in Austin for 25 years, and about a year and a half ago, I moved to Chicago. My whole family's in the area. I'm happy with that move. That has been a good move. And so, yeah, of course, I always want to be, a little bit, I prefer to, I'm always like, oh, I'd love to play theaters. I'd love to, my dream is to go on tour and be able to play to 2,000 people that are listening to me and I can talk to them. But that's sort of my only complaint in life right now. So that's not too bad, right?
Supposedly you're supposed to do TikTok to do this. Like, supposedly you're supposed to drink water and then put music in the background and then you get some hits. Like, trust me, not doing that. I got a few TikToks. I said, you know what? I'll throw one in there and I'll wait till that starts going crazy to post again. It didn't happen. All right. 2 views in 3 months. Holla at me. But
it's hard. I'm older. The whole social media thing is a bit of a struggle to start with, and TikTok is a real struggle. I mean, I just don't get it.
I tell you what though. Just as little things that are working for me, right? So they got this thing called a remix, right? Someone has a video. You can either use their audio that they had on there, or you just want your reaction to their video next to them, right? So you're basically introducing yourself while their video is doing the numbers for you, right? So I've done that a few times, and for some reason is 100,000 views. Now,
wow,
all I'm doing is just reacting. So I don't like to interrupt, so my reactions are silent. So I only do it on Instagram, because I'm familiar with it, but I think that'll work. A lot of musicians are on these social media platforms. You're just introducing yourself to a new audience, and you never know. You never know if you're sitting there talking about Joe Rance, you hashtag it,
Right.
and the whole community comes right after you. Like, there's someone listening.
Right.
There's someone, and there's a community. There's a whole community out there in Seattle. So, and of course, if it reached to you, a Texan from Chicago,
Right. And I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram and
Yeah.
YouTube. But TikTok, I just have not been able to wrap my head around.
I'm not telling
how I'm gonna fit on there.
my advice is cross your fingers.
Right.
Because it's really, people are really out there trying their hardest. And why are you trying to be something else? Look, I go online to leave documentation for my children. That's all I do, right? Everybody thinks it's for friends, family. Yeah, probably that too. But I just leave the documentation. They're not going to have access to my phone. And since I live far from family, they're not going to have access to too many memories. I'll just go online and I'll just leave it there for them. They'll do whatever it is for whatever it is. And then just do it like this. Hey, guys, how you doing? I got this new song coming out. You just introduce yourself. If not, just be an emotional wreck in one of your songs and just have it play in the background. And make sure it's no longer than 25 seconds for no reason. And then you're good. And then we got tours, buddy. We're there.
Well, maybe I should try it. I don't know.
I'm not saying that. I just think it's ridiculous, but it's working for people. It
is working for people, but like you said too, for every one person that works for, there's 10,000 people that are trying so hard and it's not working for them. So, it's where you want to put your time and effort, I guess.
Man, it's amazing out there in social media. Big shout out to everybody listening. Tune in to QSJRadio.com. Home of the Unsigned Artist.
Speaking of that, follow me.
Yes, follow John McDonough. Well, yeah, drop him. What is it? What is the IG? The IG is, what is your Instagram?
My Instagram is John. What is my Instagram? See, this is how good I am. I don't even know.
Yeah, I'm trying to search myself. My bad. I should have had it ready. Well,
but I will tell you. I'll tell you this. John M Live. That's my
John
Instagram.
M. I remember that.
Yes.
I think
John M Live.
John M Live.
Yes.
On Instagram. Follow him right now. Say QSJ sent me.
And I'll say this. So I did this to make it easy for people. If you go on Twitter, I do have a Twitter account with just a few tweets. The pinned tweet, so the top tweet is going to be a tweet that gives you my website, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all that stuff. And that handle is also John M Live. And so that's an easy way to go find me and follow me however you prefer, whether it be Facebook or Instagram, YouTube. But again, so if you just go to Twitter, John M Live, the first tweet has all those links. And that makes it easy.
JohnMcDonoughLive.com.
And yes.
That has all the information too.
It does. But that's a mouthful and sort of hard to spell. That's why I always go to John M Live and then you can follow me.
John, do you want to go on the hot seat again? Do you want to go and have a fast round? I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you remember.
I didn't until right now, but now I do. I think I sort of bombed the hot seat last time.
No. That was hilarious.
I don't think I really did so good on it.
Let's go.
I think I disappointed you with several
No.
answers.
It was fire. It was fire. Let's get serious. I'm doing it, guys. If anybody in the chat right now wants to ask John some questions, obviously, if you're new to him, you could definitely ask questions that, we do have a lot of information of John, not only, information that we got here on his new EP, but we did get a very personal, in-depth conversation the last time that we spoke. So you guys can follow that podcast wherever podcast. Just look up QSJ Radio and John. And John is all over the place. He's all over the place. So you're going to find other interviewers that, if you guys want to find out more, because I know some of you guys just lurk. You just don't say anything. But we're besties, which makes no sense.
We have now started our fast round where our guest.
Okay, interject. Go ahead.
Sorry, I was just gonna say, in all sincerity, if you do follow me and like you end up at one of my shows, say in October when I'm touring, I mean, come up and say hi, because I love that, and I love to talk to people that way. And then if you say, hey, I heard you on Dave's show, I'll be like, oh, that's fantastic. We can talk. And so if you do, come up and introduce yourself.
Definitely gonna like if you guys don't know, if he comes to the East Coast, it's a wrap. Okay, the only thing is, I'm not going to the mountains. I'm just not going to the mountains. And I have a feeling you're going to go to the mountains. And it's like right there. Same time zone, everything. But I don't know. All right, let's start this fast round real quick. We're not going to go crazy. It's not going to be embarrassing.
We have now started our fast round where our guests are asked a few questions about themselves that they wouldn't expect us to ask. Don't worry, it's not like that. Hope you didn't think we were that underground.
Big shout out to everybody listening. Tune in to QSJRadio.com. We have started our fast round. John McDonough, he is here talking to us about his new concept EP, We'll Answer the Call. It is released June 17th. That's 10 days, people. Keep it in your calendars. This EP tells the story of Joe Rance, the Washington Husky rowing team, and their epic bid to win gold in the 1936 Berlin Olympics. Okay? Super excited to share that story and his thing. Have you guys heard 3 songs out of 5, right? Out of 5 original songs. But we're here on our fast round. The last time John was on our fast round, we found out so much more about our boy. Like, it was ridiculous. But Edwina out of Chicago wants to know, city or suburbs? Are you in the city or the suburbs of Chicago?
I'm actually in the suburbs. I'm about 45 minutes outside of the city. And I love the city, and I love to go into the city. But I actually live in the suburbs, yes.
Okay, big shout out to that. John M. Live, thank you so much for dropping that IG in the chat. So, here we go. What weird food combination do you really enjoy?
Let's see here. What weird food combination do I really enjoy? Do you mean actually like mixing them together, or just sort of having them at the same time?
Yeah, I think like, like my son likes cheese and jelly, which I don't get it.
Okay.
But kind of like that. Weird, right?
The weirdest thing I can think of, which some people, I don't know, now you might find this weird. This is hit and miss. I really like pineapple on my pizza.
You know what? It's a battle all day. Here in my community, I've lost friends over that, which is ridiculous because it's yummy. And it's more yummy when you're under some kind of influence. Look, they even dropped a no pineapple. Dark Shinobi out of Hawaii just dropped a no pineapple emoji. They fight over this. This is ridiculous. But that's fine. You know, but it's fine.
What's funny is if someone, before I had it, if someone came up to me and said, would you like pineapple on your pizza? I would have been like, no, you are crazy. I would have no desire for that. But I do like it. So that's probably the best one I can come up with, actually.
So this might bring you back into some kind of history and maybe your own. And I apologize if it does in a bad way, but this is something that is deep to me. What social stigma does society need to get over?
Oh, God, this is a great question. One of your listeners just asked this.
My listeners are telling me fuck pineapple. They're not they're arguing over pineapple right now. But that's this one of my questions right there.
What social stigma do we need to get over? There's many. But the one that just popped into my head the most is that men need to be strong and emotionless and in control and all this stuff. Now, I'm not saying men need to be weak and like, flailing on the ground, crying at a TV show. Yeah. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying, men and women, I think, are equally strong, equally, emotional, equally everything. And, men need to get over that and share that with women.
It is 100%. I still remember the days where I would write songs to potentials, we'll just call them that, and they just wanted the dude that was hardcore, and I was like, yo, like, and now that hardcore ass dude don't like it. But anyways, let's not get into that one. Chicago's asking, Edwina ask, White Sox or the Cubs?
The Cubs.
The Cubs. Cinderella stories.
Is that, yeah.
I know what it is out there, man. It's crazy. Just win it, right? What food have you never eaten but would like to try?
Okay, so this is, I don't know if there's going to be one out there because I'm a vegetarian. I'm a strict vegetarian. Okay. I'm a picky eater.
All right.
And so, and I'm also a creature of habit. I like to eat I pretty much stick to my favorite foods. I'm not adventurous when it comes to food. So, and I've tried, lots of things. So to say that there's a food out there that I haven't tried that I want to try, I honestly cannot think of one. A food out there that I've never tried. The only food I can think of that I really never tried, I think, is like an oyster. Actually, I think that's the only thing I've never eaten. And I have no regrets that I have not eaten it, and I have no desire to eat it.
Okay. I'm there with you. Like, I'm not doing it. Okay. It doesn't even smell happy. Like, but people love that. And they love it. They love it. A lot of you guys, shout out to the humans of the world. I love it. But don't hate me because I don't. Right? What's something you really resent paying for?
I almost just said something really inappropriate. The first thing. But it was a joke.
It always leads back to that. See? He doesn't hear.
Honestly, it was just gonna be a joke. But I won't even say it.
It wasn't a joke. It wasn't a joke.
It's a joke.
Now they want to know. They want to know. They want.
What do I resent paying? For some reason, I resent always paying for parking. For some reason, that always sort of
parking
bugs me. Parking.
What a savior was that? That really saved you from the joke that you had in the background. Because what? Parking. Everybody hates paying for parking. I'm still bugging out over paying for parking. But I get it. It's extra money. Whatever.
Right.
Ugh. Do you think aliens exist?
I do. The universe is too big and there's too many planets that are too similar to ours for there not to be life out there somewhere. Look
at a human ego, right? You can't have life unless it looks like this, right? So we really don't know what other life looks like.
That's right.
Right? Or sounds like, or even if it's visible, right? Let's not get, it's not about saying they're ghosts because they're alive. Ghosts are not alive, right? But anyways, that's a deep conversation. I definitely would love to talk about that on the next album, which means it's SpaceX, right? We'll just call it SpaceX. Get
I
sued
remember, I wish I could remember this better, but I remember some scientist came up with, like, he analyzed, just how many planets, how many suns are out there, and the odds of there not being life somewhere out there was so tiny, because there's just, I mean, billions and billions and trillions of planets and suns that are pretty similar to ours. And I wish, I can't remember the exact number now, but I mean, it was like there's like a 0.0008% chance that there's not life out there somewhere.
It just can't. And it's unfortunately, I don't know what my life is going to be, how long I'm going to live, but I would like to be like, see, I told ya, and then I'm gone. And then I'm gone. And then I'm good. And then I don't need to see it on TV. I need to see it. And if I can go and they can interact, give them a pound real quick, you can take me now, bro. I'm good. Because that, I'm telling you, with the chaos of not believing that there's anything other than us, I need the chaos to start over. And just for people, and that's just real love for life. It's too deep right now. It's too deep. We'll write a song about it in 100 years. We'll call it Dave Hernandez and his trials and errors of podcasting, right? We'll call that. Tell the kids to write that down. Seriously, though, there's a lot of things going on in the world. This is part of the question, by the way. But what are you currently worried about?
Well, I don't mean this to sound cliche, but two things sort of I'm worried about. I am worried about what's going on in the Ukraine right now.
Yeah.
And worried about where that's going to lead, because I don't think Russia is really planning on stopping right there.
Yeah.
And so I fear that this is going to turn into a much bigger fight than what's going on, and who knows who all is going to get involved. And I'm worried about how our world is sort of going backwards in terms of things that, like race relations, LGBT rights. We are in 2022, and if you would have asked me 20 years ago where we'd stand on these types of issues right now, women's rights, I would think that we would be, first of all, a lot further along than we are. And I certainly wouldn't think that I feel like we're going sort of backwards. And I'm like, come on, people. We're all people, we're all human, we're all equal, and we all, love and respect each other. It's not a hard concept. It's not, and it's
not hard.
Simply how it should be.
It's so ridiculous that I'm what I'm gonna blame? I'm gonna blame the seniors. Okay? I have to blame the seniors, because the grandfathers that are still out here, the uncles that won't die, the grandmas that still go to church. Listen, I gotta blame them. You know why? Because they're bringing folk stories and bringing that mindset into these people. Now, I get it. There's a lot of economic things out there that people can't understand, so they have to blame a people. I get it. Okay, I understand that you believe that a baby inside of someone is alive because you celebrate the heartbeat. I did, and I also celebrated the deaths of those kids that didn't make it, even though they weren't in my body. Your boy has been through a lot. But when other people look at it as if it's a murder, like, people get scared because they also have those mothers and fathers who say, you're going to throw your life away if you hold a kid this young. When I know that there's a lot of resources and things. So it's all crazy. It's both sides, but you can't take somebody's only power, which is their will, to and control that. And that is that is the part where it sucks sometimes, all the time now, to be human, because what is good and easy and safe for you is actually looked and frowned upon for others, which is, it's I get it. The whole world lives different, but man, we have to find a way that it doesn't have to be a law. Like you can't tell me who and I can love. You still telling me who I can and should love in this day and age? You're telling me what I can and cannot do in this day and age, when, not for nothing, but the medical field, you already know the vibes there because you've been part of that. Cosmetology, not cosmetology, but cosmetics to your body is one. But when I can't bring, people really do believe that they should not bring children into this world. People believe that. And that's something that you have to understand, because I am scared for my kids. I am scared for my kids every day. Every day. Why am I scared for my kids when they should just be going to school, learn their ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, a little bit of earth science, so they can give society the smallest things that they need to survive as humans? Because the whole point of education is to make sure that you can survive as a human as much as you can. As much as people want to say it's for this, it's for that, it's for money, it's for whatever, it is literally for you to survive as a human here on earth. Because at the end of the day, this side or that side, or up or down, wherever you're from, all we want to do is survive as a people. There is nothing else, or there is no way anybody can tell me that different. Whether you're on that side, you might want your people to be the ones who are surviving, but the message is still the same. You want to survive. And guess what? When E.T. comes back and says, you saw that movie, you fucked up, you messed me about, I'm here. I'm home. When he comes through, I'm gone. I'm done. John's going to be like, Dave, where you at? Did you see this? And I'm like, listen, they already took me. I'm done.
I'm already gone.
I'm already gone. Anyway, sorry. All right. Big shout out to everybody listening. Tune in to KSJRadio.com. It's always cool to talk to John, and he just lets me go. So, that's kind of cool. So if you guys didn't know, John McDonough, we're talking to him about his EP, a concept EP of Joe Rance, the Washington Husky rowing team, and their epic bid to win gold in 1936 Berlin Olympic Games. If you listen to this EP, which I hope that you guys do, and you guys save it and everything like that, there's a lot of careful writing, which is crazy because I don't think these songs were done in current time, but have stuff to do with current time. It seems as if, like I'm saying earlier, a lot of the songs are time traveling. Like, when is this gonna end? I feel like some of our with the thing with the coach, you talked about the boat guy and the coach, Joe Rance, a guy that was going through a whole bunch of stuff in the 1900s, okay, and you don't hear that side of the story when it comes to the guys in the 1930s, right? These are the children of those who survived the Great Depression, right? So they were running around with their friends, stealing other people's bikes, all that stuff, blah, blah. You see it in the movies. They grow up. They're super teens in the 40s and 50s, jazz time. And no, wait, I want to win a gold medal for the United States. For my team, for the school. There's a big story there. And I can understand how it took you and captivated you. But you're also a veteran psychotherapist, so you needed something. They needed something. Oh my God. Sorry, I'm rambling.
But like I say, yeah, I mean, just Google the boys on the boat, and it'll come up. You can, you don't have to read the whole book, although I suggest you do because the book is unbelievable. But there's YouTube clips out there. There's, you can get a synopsis of the story. It's unbelievable. And I just sort of wanted to be able to tell the story my way. They're making a movie about it right now that George Clooney is directing. So the book was a New York Times bestseller for several years. The movie's coming out, but I just sort of wanted to tell the story the way that I communicate my art.
Are we
just because I was so moved by it.
Are we trying to pitch to the movie though?
I am trying to do that.
Yes.
So we'll see where that goes. Yes, but I am in the process of that.
Let's go. Let's go.
So George Clooney,
on the soundtrack.
Look me up, George.
Oh my God, you guys gotta listen. Listen.
Oh, and I have one other thing just to say to your listeners. I always say this: if you listen to it and you like it, please tell your friends about it and tell your family about it, because these days it's very hard to sort of cut through all the noise. And what I mean by that is there's a million people like me out there trying to do what I'm doing. The best way I can sort of build an audience is just by word of mouth. So if you get the CD or if you listen to it on Spotify and you like it, just please tell your friends about it. Tell them to go check it out, and then tell them to share it, because that's how things sort of get spread
and TikTok.
And TikTok. Oh, God.
I don't know why, but you got to. It's so annoying. Just a little random thing.
I just can't do it.
Just a little random, right? I'm about to get out the service, and the only thing people are telling me is, "Did you get on LinkedIn?" All right, and I'm like, "What the hell?" I know of LinkedIn. Did you get on LinkedIn? And I'm like, I'll get on there. And it's literally a professional Facebook. There's nothing, but it's a version of social media that you're supposed to show how much you enjoy work. Like, who does that? Most of the time, everybody who's a name on LinkedIn has businesses. So all they have time to do is find a quote and post about it as if they did it. Like, whatever. It's social media. We can't lose, but we can't win either. Anyway,
we can't win. Yes.
Can't win. But you can point me east. You can point me east. What is good with this song? This is one of those. He chose this to be the 5th song of the EP. Point Me East is very, very direct towards it. Where?
All right, get ready. You're going to love this. So there is, as we were talking about earlier, there is one member of this team that is still alive and still doing well, and that is the boat named the Husky Clipper. And this boat is hung up in the University of Washington boathouse. It's a beautiful building. It overlooks the lake, and this boat is hung up literally pointing east, overlooking the lake. And it's all glass windows, and so you see the lake. This song is actually sung from the point of view of the boat.
Hold on, what?
Yes.
Like you were right there?
So
wait, what?
Again, it's sung in the first person,
okay,
but it's sung from the point of view of the boat.
The boat.
That's right.
Are you a chameleon? What? What? That's lovely. Hold on. Let's get to that real quick. Big shout out to everybody listening.
And again, I sort of did this in a way, if you listen to the song and you don't know, it sounds like it's sung from the point of view of a person coming towards the end of their life, but it's actually it's actually sung from the point of view of the boat as the boat was getting older and used less and less, and watching the kids grow.
Wow.
So if you listen to the words, that's yes. And now the boat is retired. Like I said, it's hung up, and Yes, so that's where the title came from, and that's what the boat is. That's how I chose to end the EP.
The days are getting shorter now. I don't get out as much anymore. The boys are married with families now. Outside the oak tree still grows. Point me east, let me look out on the water. That's where I spent my best days. Point me east, let me look out on the water. Point me east for the rest of my days. I love the summer after the rains. Everyone comes around in May, and we remember the glory and the pain, and talk of how we do it all again. Point me east, let me look out on the water. That's where I spent my best days. Point me east, let me look out on the water. Point me east for the rest of my days. Point me east for the rest of my days. Let me look out on the water. That's where I spent my best days. Point me east, let me look out on the water. Point me east for the rest of my days. Point me east for the rest of my days.
I got a hashtag George Clooney on that one. Big shout out to everybody listening in. Tune in to QSJ. Wow, Jay. Wow.
Thank you.
Oh my God. And I gotta go fly and see a boat. Oh man. John, thanks so much because I heard something behind the scenes and you didn't have to pick us and you picked us. That's amazing. Thank you for coming back, and I'll be on the lookout. 10 days from now, we'll answer the call. June 17th, all major platforms. This EP tells the story of Joe Ranch, the Washington Husky rowing team. This is crazy. I can hear that on the soundtrack. I can hear all of it on the soundtrack. At least a TikTok version of it, right? Like 5 seconds. It's there. It made it. That's it.
I'll do it.
Don't
Don't
even give me the check. Just keep pushing. Oh man. Amazing. John, thank you so much again. And of course, as we spoke and I read between the lines, I know you got more songs coming out. So I'll be here waiting for that conversation.
All right. Well, thank you for having me. Thank you to the listeners and for the questions. And I look forward to the next time we chat.
Everybody, John McDonough. Oh my God, let's go. That was lovely. Thank you so much again for everybody tuning in. John, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. And
right.
you go have a great night.
Thank you very much. You too.
And we'll talk.
And hopefully I'll see you in October.
Yeah. Yes, I'm here. Trust me.
We'll try to make that happen. That would be fun.
I got the schedule already. So we're... I hope we make it down there so you can hear my singing in the background.
That's right.
Be like, freaking Dave's here. Okay, bye. Oh, big shout out to everybody listening. Tune in to QSJRadio.com. I'm the Unsigned Artist. What up, everybody? I have one gift here. I have one gift that came in from... I have one gift that came in. One gift that came in. And I don't know who sent it, but it's electric dust. Somebody sent me electric dust. So it's still Gemini season, so what's up? I don't know what electric dust is, but it looks fancy, and it comes with directions. So I'm definitely going to think about what the hell this is. Where is October? When is October? October is in October. So I don't know what the hell electric dust is, but I really hope that this is legal stuff. Because I'm not ready to go on that road. But this does look nice. I did see something on Instagram about this stuff. You have to do a sucker now? Listen, I don't know what this is. So thank you so much to whoever sent that. Electric dust. Happy birthday to Candy Solid Circle today. Yo! Candy Solid. Just say you'll be alright. I don't know what this is. I can't be doing some illegal shit. What is this? This looks electrical. You have to do a sucker. What do you mean I have to do a sucker? I don't have to do anything. This looks like it goes up something. What is this? Can I put this in a drink? Can I put this in a drink? Like, electric dust is a sensation and flavor enhancing dust for beverages and foods that is unique, versatile, and shelf stable. This magic property of the buzz button, which, can I put this in a drink? What is this sucker? I don't even like glitter. Listen. Thank you to whoever sent this electrical sucker dust. What is this? How legal is this? Well, everything is legal now, right? I can't be getting high, bro. You can dust the outside of the glass? Why am I dusting the outside of a glass? I should go get a shot, man. I still got homework to do. I just got a 0. Yo, I just got a 0. I just saw my grade right now. I just got a 0. Nothing 50 got you high? What? Rim shot with it? What is a rim shot? I'm fucking ridiculous. Is Darkson over here because he sent me electric dust? I can't even open it. Hold on. You know margarita with salt? I don't have margaritas, bro. I'm a whole whiskey drinker. Let's do a whiskey with the dust. Can we? Is that what we're doing? Is this supposed to explode in my mouth? I can't be like electrocuted. Oh shit. All right, hold on. How am I gonna do this? What is this? All right, I just cut the bag. The bag is pretty though. The bag is pretty. Yo, has a lot of glitter. All right, let me, can I zoom? Let me zoom in. We're gonna zoom in. We're gonna zoom in. We're zoomed in. Big screen zoomed in. Yeah. We're gonna become a meme today. Okay. We're gonna become a meme today. Mustache and all. Y'all ready? They want me to do a sucker. So we'll do a sucker. Let's become a meme today. What do you mean both sides? Is there a sour and I just got electric dust for my birthday. I should get. Is this gonna taste good? It doesn't even say anything about. It just has dust. Become a superstar. Add to any food or beverage. Wait 30 seconds. Text your mom. Check your IG. Drop it like it's hot. It's hot. What? Once you feel the tingling feeling, you are ready for your taste buds to go on an electric roller coaster of flavor and sensation. The second best thing to do with your tongue. Yo, what is in this? Hold on. I don't like the camera view. Let's get a little bit. I gotta get fucking scissors. Whoever wrapped this, shout out to you. Talk about trying to be airtight. Should I get a plate? What? Yo. I can't do edibles right now. Childproof. Okay. Oh, it's childproof. Come on. That's sus. That is sus. Oh, come on, guys. You can't do this to me. I can't do this. This, oh, that smells lovely though. Can you smell that? Can you smell? What the fuck? Who sent me this? That smells like a really good one. It smells lovely. Yo, what is this? Jeff, what is this? I'm so scared. The packaging is saying something. They don't even sell this at Party City, this color right here. This is ridiculous. Worst comes to worst, your tongue will turn blue. Nah. This is turquoise. This is the favorite color. This is the favorite color. They want me to calm down. They know that I had a stressful life right now. They know. So this could be the calm. This looks like, look at this. They don't even make this on Etsy. This is love. This is love. Like, yo, bro, I got that from Etsy. What are you talking about? Look, yo, it's alive. It's alive. Okay, I'm gonna try. Why do I gotta try this? Yo, Eddie be on that dumb shit though. She be on that dumb shit. Y'all over here like Eddie. But Eddie is slick as shit. He's slick as shit. Let's get serious. All right. Let's try. Come on, man. What is this? What is... They said childproof. That's automatic. They trying to roast your boy. That smells lovely, though. Wait, hold on. Too lovely. There's glitter everywhere. But Roro's about that life. I'm not about that life. You'll tell me, fucking Dark is in here. Dark is in here for the lollies. I got this extra ass zoom. Come on, man. What is this? I'm scared. It probably... I don't like glitter. I am a chicken. I'm a chicken. I'm a bitch. I'm scared of the dark. Are you serious? The fuck? Dark says I'll be alright. But last time we heard from Dark, though. Man up. Here goes Nix with that man up shit. I've been a man out here. Coming with that man up shit. Like I haven't shown I'm the realest out here yet. All right. Now wait, hold up. Y'all motherfuckers called Nix. Y'all said Nix, he finally got the package. Y'all trying to embarrass me. Y'all trying, that's slick, because Nix ain't been here in 2 months. Hold up. I got homework to do. I should go do my homework. This is an extra ass zoom. This zoom is lovely though. I'm loving this zoom right now. Like, damn, you got a scar on your eye? Yeah. What the fuck is this? This shit, is it gonna be fire? Is this gonna be fire? I know Nix was on the thing. Is this gonna be fire? Or this is gonna hurt? I got homework to do. I got like 2 zeros right now. I got an A- right now in one class. I'm not fucking with that. I got 1-0. Damn, I was gonna turn that in. I guess I'll turn it in and raise my grade. Whatever. Just lick it. I don't know what this is. This shit didn't come with nutritional facts. I just have food poisoning. Is this gonna relieve my food poisoning? I want me to try this shit. Peer pressure. Bitch, I'm from the 80s. We don't fuck with peer pressure. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Y'all good? Are y'all good? Do I look like Johnny Trochet in this bitch? Fuck out of here. Anyways. I'll do it for y'all. Thanks for the gift. Oh, now y'all calling me names. They know me better than that. They try to say that I've never been here before. 7 years, 8 kids or more. These motherfuckers wanna act like I really care. Looking up in their eyes and now I really stare. You a deadbeat at heart, so I don't respect. A lot of things in your life you shouldn't neglect. A lot of things that you said you should've protect. But at the same time, you got a selfish neck.
I believed in you like you was next. So you go online and start to flex. So I do this shit beyond the stress. And I hold on, this is all it takes. They try to say that I've never been here before. 7 years, 8 kids or more. These motherfuckers wanna act like I really care. Looking up in their eyes and now I really stare. You a deadbeat at heart, so I don't respect. A lot of things in your life you shouldn't neglect. A lot of things that you said you should've protect. But at the same time, you got a selfish neck. I believed in you like you was next. So you go online and start to flex. So I do this shit beyond the stress. And I hold on, this is all it takes. It's so damn hard to associate myself with you. All that free little shit going back to you. All the motherfuckers that we know from the ground level. Now they on the meta level, not your level.
Cranian with the resub 16 months. Jesus Christ. What up, Cranian? How you doing? I am in the middle of something right now. I am in the middle of a mystery gift, but for some reason, people are showing different feelings over a lollipop. So I'm just sitting here trying to figure out how to move forward over a lollipop. I don't know what it is. Huh. I guess it's over a lollipop. It's all good. I don't chase people, man.